Hello everyone and welcome to a new video and another book review. Today I'm talking about Her Radiant Curse by Elizabeth Lim. This one was released on the 29th of August and it's actually the prequel to Six Crimson Cranes, where we follow Shani, who is the elder sister of her sister Vanna. And when Vanna is born, her father tries to sacrifice Chani in the forest because their mother is almost dying in birth, but instead of being taken by the witch of the woods, she's cursed and has like kind of scales in her face, so makes her look like a monster, like snake scales. And then she is like shunned all her life. She's like ugly, a monster, while her sister is like stunning and beautiful and literally like glowing. And there's like this prophecy that says that to ever be rid of her curse, one sister needs to fall for the other one to rise. And then she's told that the witch will come for her sister when she is, I think, 18. So she uses all her life to prepare to fight the witch when one day this will happen. Now, when Vanna is soon 18, she's gonna have this competition to be married, which is like vulgar and gross and like choosing ceremony thingy. And then this is a few days before her birthday, and then we will see, will she get married? What will happen? If you know Six Crimson Cranes, which you don't have to read this one, you know how the story goes with these sisters. I vaguely remember it. I knew that it's not a happy ending, and I knew that kind of what happened because we are told the whole story there. So I thought that, well, I know what's gonna happen. How will I enjoy this? Obviously we got a lot of details, while like in Six Crimson Cranes we were just told kind of. I cried. It was so good. It was incredible. I don't understand how Elizabeth Lim does it, because Six Crimson Cranes and Spin the Dawn I loved. Like, they almost felt like 5-star reviews for me. And I read the sequels to both of those and didn't enjoy them at all. I enjoyed them, but like comparison to the first ones, no. So I was a bit unsure if how would I like this. I think it's a standalone as well, but I didn't know if like, could this reach the magic that I had in the first two books in Andrologies? Or would it just be like, And I can honestly say that I'm so happy to say that it did reach the magic. I feel like it actually overstepped that magic. I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars just because my enjoyment was so high. The way I was so engaged in this adventure and the sisters protecting each other and just the small details with the different characters, the magic, having a little companion that is a snake, thought of what is a monster, what is beauty, just the fairy tale feel of the whole story, while at the same time not really a fairy tale. I felt so many things in this story. I don't really know how to describe it, but it was just so solid. There was so many stories for and character choices that made the story go where it went. And while, as I said, we know where it's gonna go, it is just worked brilliantly. And I don't understand how. I don't understand how Elizabeth Lim did it. How did she make me care so much about this when I know where it's gonna go the whole time? And I don't get it. Like, even when I was sitting there like, okay, I know what's gonna happen, my heart, I was unraveling my brain. I honestly, like, I'm in awe. It was just so good. How do I even describe why it was so good? Like, why? I'm just saying it was good, but why? I guess it's just the love that the sisters have for each other, and just how we went out and like met these different people, how fierce we are fighting for each other. I'm just like picturing the story right now in my mind, the journey we went on, because we go a bit in different directions obviously than what we know from before, but the end result is the same. By different direction, I don't mean that she changed it, I just meant that parts that we didn't know. And there's betrayal, there is almost love that maybe is meant to be or not, and there is just so much sadness to it, but so much love. And just the balance the author did brilliantly, and I don't understand how. I don't understand, why are you making me feel stuff? Why? Like, go away. I think this describes it well. Launching a grisly battle royale, a quest over land and sea, a romance between sworn enemies, and a choice that restrained Chani's heart to its breaking point. And then it also says, interweaving elements of Helen of Troy with Asian folklore, Elizabeth Lim is at the top of her game in this thrilling yet heart-wrenching fantasy that explores the dark side of beauty and the deepest bonds of sisterhood. Yes, and I feel like it's cheap of me to just read this off the synopsis, but honestly, like, I I don't understand. Like, obviously that sounds like almost any book, but just how she did this, how she manages to make me feel all these things. I'm like, damn, girl. I don't even have any criticisms. What is to criticize here? It was just a solid, fun adventure. And it was just perfect in my eyes. It was just so good. I just love how we use so many elements of like stories we've seen before, like a bad suitor, a curse, sisterhood, love, betrayal. I said the same words over and over. And it just worked perfectly. Like the author knew exactly what she was doing. And it's making me want to read Six Crimson Cranes, of like to see how Shani acts in that one. And like read more into this one. And just, yeah. I don't want to read a sequel, but I could read the first one. Like literally super want to. Actually thinking about like the sister trope, I feel like it's really normal to have like a trope with two sisters and one of them needs to protect the other. And I'm a sucker for that trope. And I don't know why. It just works so well if you do it really well. I think that if you've been hesitant to read Elizabeth Lim, this is it. Like, this is a standalone. You don't need to read Six Crimson Cranes. Actually, that kind of spoils you for the end here. I think if you've been hesitant to pick her up, I think if you want an Asian fantasy, this is like perfect. This is it. If you want like just the perfect tale, honestly. And I would recommend it so much, wholeheartedly. My heart, my soul, literally, like, I think it is just a perfect thing to recommend because it's not that long, it's easy to read, and it was just done so incredibly well. I'm recommending it a lot, and I kind of already want to reread it because apparently I like pain, and that's what we want in life. I know this review is a bit short, but like, I honestly can't just sit here and praise because my throat would die. But honestly, the greatest time, I'm not lying. Okay, I swear. And I don't know why it got to me so deeply, but it's like, it's one of my favorites now. I honestly had such a good time. Again, would recommend wholeheartedly. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. It manages to give us a known story and still make you love it. So I think that is art. Leave a little snake emoji down below if you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, the perfect book to recommend. So go out and get it. And you should see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.